Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Shauna. Let's get into this. So, first of all, guys, I am dealing with some seasonal allergies right now. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I had a lot going on today. But before we proceed to the next topic, I wanted to just briefly discuss this documentary that I watched last night. It's called 1000% Me. I'm not going to talk about the horoscopes tonight. I'm going to save that for another time. I'm really encouraging everybody that I talk to watch the documentary because it's about biracial children who eventually, become adults. I'm in a lift right now, so if you hear the music in the background, it's the lift, so it's cool. But pretty much, it's a really dope documentary. It's so dope, it made me cry because it just goes to show everything that we've been discussing and how the vibration of love is so just strong and powerful. Here you have people who are forming families. They're creating families, and they come from two totally different worlds, different cultures, different races, different backgrounds, different statuses, and here they are, hanging on to, this high vibration of love, of keeping the family together, and not even knowing the effects, like in good ways and in bad ways, and not really being aware of, how healing it is to see people from different races come together and create a child. I know everybody is not into that, but just to see that documentary, it was so nice because I figure it's an opportunity, for everybody to learn from one another, especially with so many different Spanish speaking people coming to this. I feel like it's an opportunity for Black people to learn Spanish. I feel like it's a good opportunity for Hispanic people or Latino people to learn about Black American culture and what they see on TV, like actually engaging in the community, doing multicultural events, attending them, getting to know people for who they are and not what they think. I mean, I think everybody is racist in some kind of way, or at least stereotypical. Even if you don't like a person for their race, you're definitely stereotypical, especially if you are in America. You cannot tell me that you're not. We all are. I have a Puerto Rican sister and brother on my dad's side. I have Irish people in my family, so I do have people that literally share blood with me that have other genetic, traits. So I think it's important for us to be able to identify the problem of racism, especially for Black people, because obviously Black people suffer, racism and systematic oppression the most. But I feel like we can all learn from each other. One thing I feel like I like about the Hispanic community is you see everybody working together. You see everybody helping each other. Of course, people are jealous. Like, of course, there's good people and bad people in every race and culture, right? But as a whole, I mean here, because I know in Africa, African people stick together. In Haiti, Haitian people stick together. But then you have, things like the cartel. People kill each other. So I'm not, putting down Black people. I'm Black, right? I love Black people. But I'm just going off of my experience and what I see. It's a lot more love within other cultures, whereas in Black American culture, it's just filled with so much animosity, aggression, and hate. And I get it. I get that we are being placed in boxes. I get that the food is being manipulated, to literally modify our genes and make us different on a biological and a genetic level. Obviously, that changes things. It'll eventually affect our offspring and determine how our offspring will start coming out. So it's just one big mess. I mean, I was even talking to, and I'm sorry to get vulgar, but I was talking to one of my friends about how when her daughter's dad came home from prison, he was ejaculating fast and his penis will not stay hard. And that's because it's so much estrogen in the food, in prisons, in schools, especially. And I'm not like a wild conspiracy theorist. I'm just stating the facts. And I know that majority of the engineering was geared to mainly manipulate the black gene. Obviously, black women have the Eve gene. We carry the mitochondria, where we have the ability to produce all different types of seeds. But I'm speaking in terms of like the physical right now. Excuse me. We just have so many things that needs to be addressed before we can consider ourselves in a good place, or feeling like we can't do anything at all. I think just simply learning, I encourage my brother every day to learn one Spanish word. I'm like, teach yourself at least one word a day. It's not hard. Spanish is not hard to learn. It's actually one of the easiest languages for me to learn. Actually, I've been hearing that English is a lot harder to learn. So I just feel like it's time for us to pay attention. Yeah, the director, his name is Kamal Bell, and that's K as in kilo, A-M as in Mike, A-U as in umbrella. Kamal Bell is on HBO and HBO Plus. I'm not getting any money off of this, obviously. I don't work for HBO or have any stocks invested. I don't know Mr. Bell. I just so happened to be watching the movie, and then I seen the preview for the premiere, and I said this would be interesting. It would make great for a topic for the podcast, and it will also allow us to pretty much, be a little bit synthesized to what's going on around us, because whether we like it or not, we are in this world together. And I know a lot of people, especially from older generations, they don't understand it unless they understand love in its entirety. Only love can keep people together like that. Love is that powerful. So yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day, you too. But yeah, so I'm not going to be sticking to, I'm not doing the different systems of astrology right now because I'm out and I have to make a run and I won't be back by 8. But I wanted to keep my word and just pretty much still make sure that I uploaded something. But that is definitely what we've been talking about operating in love, and about pretty much how our ancestors come together, how different genetic variations are combined to form new atmospheres, new worlds, to break different cycles, to resolve karma. It's mainly our ancestors and the ethers working together, putting everything together. And, as we know, as above, so below. I'm so sorry, y'all. I sound sick. It's literally my allergies, so please forgive me. But yeah, it's pretty much our ancestors just doing these things, putting these things together, breaking generational cycles and curses, and building generational wealth. Because I know I spoke about this on the segment, and I talked about how, we get with other races and how Black women are usually put down when we speak about other races. You don't usually hear Black men being tore down, especially not by Black women when they date outside of the race. But I feel like the Most High wanted me to see this, to discuss this, to pretty much just bring it back, to full circle to what we've been discussing from the beginning, which is pretty much, going into love, operating out of love, and just seeing how powerful love is, and just really looking at the quality of life of these people who are creating families with biracial children, and I thought that it was really cool to first find children, because kids, they're like no hard no bars held, right? Like they don't hold back. They're really raw and honest. So I thought it was dope for the guys to pretty much ask children and then go over to adults who were too biracial, and then bring it back into the parents who, out of all of them, only one couple had biracial parents, the other which is pretty much, one race. And just seeing that innocence, it was therapeutic for me. But yeah, I'm gonna encourage you guys to watch it. It was a really good documentary. I enjoyed it. I cried a little. And I felt that it was really, really good to be able other people, to watch it as well, because I'm encouraging other people to watch it as well, because I do believe that there's some good in it for everyone, especially Black people, because it would give us, and I know it gave me, another perspective, because here I am always feeling like people of mixed ethnicity, and most of the time it's usually a Black person with another culture, or like a white American person with another culture. I mean, you don't really see other races coming together like that in abundance. I mean, as far as from what I see, I know your geographic location will have a lot to do with that. But as a whole, most of the time, it's usually a Black or white person, intermingling with another race, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I was just stressing the point that we don't need to beat each other down to be happy when we're in, relationships, especially when you see someone of your race and they're happy, Yes, I did talk about enchantment. Yes, people do it. Yes, Hispanic women do it. Black women do it too. Jamaican women do it. African women, Southern Black American women, white women. So I'm not just mainly singling them out. I'm basically just saying this is my experience and this is what I know to be true. So as I know that to be true, I'm going to also say that to be true, which is anyone can enchant you and anyone can genuinely love you. So it's all about, what God is putting in front of you, what you're adhering to, how obedient you are, how consistent you are, and how open you are to experiences that, will pretty much allow you to flourish and grow and develop. And what better way to learn, about yourself and the world around you than to learn about other cultures? I mean, we're in America. This is definitely a true melting pot. And what I would like to also say is that I'm in Newark, New Jersey, and where I am, our mayor, he does a really great job of including, other races into, events and ideas and developments. So it's just really good to be in a place where I can see that. I've been seeing a lot of Caucasian people come back, but not really, but kind of, to Newark specifically. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. I just wanted to, because I don't have my notes, like I said, I'm out and about. I'm not gonna be back in to get the notes on time, and I just wanted to actually just talk about this documentary, have you guys watch it if you were interested, and really just think about all the things we've been talking about on the podcast so far. Like, I thought it was so dope, and I feel blessed to have seen that. We as Black people, we're so reactive to our pain, and understandably, because we're traumatized and that trauma has been passed down through our genetics. But we don't usually think about how people are also in a state of confusion when they too have to respond to the things that come with being Black, pretty much, or having that ethnicity show through, and it's so many layers. I'm not a parent, but like I said, I'm someone who is biracial, and I can see the struggles. I've had some conversations, but I didn't know how complex and deep that it was. I love you guys, bro. I love y'all are gonna eat some good, drink some water, eat your food, because it's free. And I'm gonna get up out of here because I got some things to do. Okay, I love y'all. Peace.